places around the world. I mean, like in the Bahamas, I mean, 16 and Channel 9, that's like how people communicate to each other. That's how you call to get your bread in the morning.
They're doing it. Yeah. That's their grocery shopping. That's their
I mean, it's
iPhone app.
We used to go to Bimini tuna fishing in the early 80s, and we would call in the morning to have our laundry brought down to us. They'd tell you, hey, okay, we're not leaving the dock till 7:30, so bring it on down to us, or something like that. Anyway, it's a tool.
Hi, I'm Randy Vance with Tales from Channel 16, sponsored by ICOM America, the premier VHF radio manufacturer in the marine industry and the choice of professional mariners. Today I'm with Karl Anderson, and Karl Anderson and I have a long history in the marine industry together. We go all the way back to Bass Pro Shops, Johnny Morris, offshore angler, Bobby Jones, one of the chief buyers and a former charter captain. And Karl's career has taken him through boat building, yacht design management, freelance writing for boating magazines, Saltwater Sportsman, Marlin, yachting, and many others. And Karl is here today to talk to us about his experiences on the water and how the VHF radio has fit into them. Karl, thanks for being here with us today. Is there anything I missed that you do that I didn't record?
No, that's pretty much. It just depends what day you ask me what I'm doing, and then we'll know. But no, that's pretty much it.
I read an account recently. I think you were involved in a rescue not too long ago off the east coast of Florida. What happened there?
We're going along. We're doing the test. Everything's great, and kind of a little rain shower coming. I look around the corner. I'm like, oh man, I see these two things bobbing in the water, and I looked at the captain of the boat, the owner of the boat, and I said, hey man, I think these people are in trouble, and sure enough, we got up to them, and the jet ski is sinking, right? And they have no idea what to do. They've got life jackets on. The girl, she's in the water next to the guy who's like holding on to the jet ski or holding on to the ski. He's trying to figure out what's going on, and they're panicking. They're just 100% panicking. So, pull over to them, get them on the boat, and that poor girl, I'll tell you what, I thought, she was, they were in the middle of nowhere. There was nobody out to help them. Nobody could see them, and anyway, we got him on the boat, and the girl was, she was shook up. She was shaking and cold. Wrapped her up in the towel, and so the jet ski's kind of laying there. And I said, "Man, we got to figure out. We can't leave this ski here and everything." All of a sudden, here comes this guy come screaming up, and it was FWC. So he comes up on scene, and then next thing, there's another jet ski comes barreling at it like that out of nowhere. He's just cruising. I go, well, this must be the ski runner. Anyway, sure enough, it was. These folks were like, where did you come from? Where did you rent the jet ski? I don't know. What was it over here? Or was it back over this way? And they had no idea where they were, how to get back to the jet ski, anything. So anyway, Florida fish guy, he puts him on his boat, and starts to take him in. The jet ski shows up now, and it's the owner of the jet ski, and he starts kind of yelling a little bit, like, what's going on here? What's going on? And we're like, well, your ski is sinking, and your people have no idea where they came from, and we're pretty sure it was an illegal operator. It wasn't a licensed business, you might say, and so the guy, he's like, no, they'll be fine. Put him back on the ski, and I'll tell them, I'll tell them, and there was no way they weren't
getting off your boat.
No way they were having that. And when I said, there's no reason for you to get off a perfectly good boat. Anyway, we did put them on with the FWC officer, and he ended up taking them in. And I'm sure that purveyor of jet ski
was cited.
Probably had been cited and if he wasn't, he should have been, because these folks were ill prepared to be where they were and everything else. But to get back to it, the owner of the boat, he got on the radio and did hail for emergency services to come, not know what was going on. So anyway, but we helped those folks out, and that's one example of being on the right, being in the right place at the right time, I guess. The folks were lucky.
Tales from Channel 16 are brought to you by ICOM America, the makers of the most professional grade VHF radios on the water. The new ICM510 EVO allows you to control the radio, make calls, receive calls
and monitor AIS information. The Evo also provides you with a 25-watt hailer, both inward and outward, giving you the complete on-the-water communications solution.
There's a lot of annoying chatter on VHF radios. What kind of stuff do you hear that bothers you most?
Most of it is just, people trying to be cute, thinking that they're funny. It's their 10 seconds of fame, whatever, because they have a microphone in their hand. When you're out fishing, and of course, the worst one is, radio checks, right? I mean, like radio checks were from the old AM radio days and the single sideband days when you were checking to make sure that it was tuned. Today's VHF radios, you don't have to do that, folks. It's okay. You're going to be putting out, if it's connected to an antenna and the antenna is working, you'll put out. But to continually call for radio checks, on 16 is really, I think that's a bad thing. It's taking up airtime for real emergencies. So I wish there was a little bit less of that, I would say.
Well, this is Randy Vance with Tales from Channel 16, sponsored by ICOM America. And Karl, we had no idea at the time we called you and asked you to appear. As we said in the beginning, you and I go way back in the marine industry, but I had no idea that you were so in tune to what's going on in VHF and particularly ICOM radios. Thanks a lot for being here, and that's Tales from Channel 16, and we're out. Tales from Channel 16 are brought to you by ICOM America, the makers of world-class VHF marine communications equipment and the official VHF radio of Boating Magazine's cover shoots.